EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Visitor sideline, Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Dolphins. His guys off to a slow start, looking for their first win after 2 straight losses to start the year. Across from him, his counterpart, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys off to a much better start, 2-0 through 2 weeks of football. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And running with power here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To the air, Allen. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From midfield, here's Tua. And his throw is incomplete. It was Shaq Thompson that time making the pass breakup. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their 1st drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
The 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Allen. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's second down.
Ashton Davis there on the coverage.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Here's 3rd and 10.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Here's Allen to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Ashton Davis in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's Hill on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say
to a hit, and the ball is out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That second down play nets a -4. Now 3rd down and very long. Now Tua. And this one is incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is what they have to tell themselves. Don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now Allen. Over net is Palmer. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Another Bills. First down. 1st and 10.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
319.
Throwing now is Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Allen. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
That's caught right side by Palmer. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver, his 2nd sack of the night. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Powering his way forward. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
319. We go.
Now Allen. That's taken in by Palmer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. To throw, it's Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Bills at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Has his man, it's Shakir. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
What's that?
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. Second down and 3.
What's that?
Allen going to throw. That's again complete to Palmer. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Bills first down.
Allen now looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Palmer, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are able to stretch out their lead.
Brandon, that's what I call an oak tree play. That quarterback just stood in there, absorbed the hit, and still was able to deliver the ball downfield.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Bills.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he is caught. Down the left sideline. Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. From the gun, it's Allen. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. So the completion results there in 9 yards.
A gain of 9.
And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
The 34-yard line.
Now he fires deep for Shakir. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. After the turnover, it's Tua. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Round 80.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
All right.
Tua on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself. And they'll get this down to the 10. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
1st down. A gain of 18 on the play.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
18.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Wilson, Waddle in motion left. Play action, now it's Tua. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from taking the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just there, you know, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And the Bills.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. That's completed right side to Palmer. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
To the air, Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. Sheds off the tackle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. That's good for 28 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Operating from the gun, Allen. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That puts him in excellent position. First and goal after a gain of 19.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Looking to throw. Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Allen now on third and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Elijah Moore, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
The Bills are lining up for it.
He'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead.
14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
44, ready.
Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Looking to pass. Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line.
Gain of 18. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
And pressure coming, and they got it once again. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. Third down now. Throwing Tua. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. Here's Tua. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now. Second and 9. Tua. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now Allen. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he will have a Bills first down, and that should be that. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. To throw is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That's another Bills first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So Allen's going to look to throw. That is complete downfield to Knox. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Round 80!
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's across for a late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. That time a 6-play drive. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
44, ready.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Buffalo, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.